Hi guys, this is Keisha Metcalf. Welcome to another episode of Moving Up in Southwest Florida. Today we're going to be talking about moving up using the equity in your home. So using the equity that you have in your existing home to go ahead and purchase a new home or an investment property. Let's get started. Okay, so you may have bought a home, you have been a homeowner for a while, and now you are actually ready to upgrade. You may be needing more space, you may want to change location, you may be in a better financial situation, and you want to go ahead and purchase a bigger home or an upgraded home, or you may want to purchase an investment property. Now, in this video, I am going to be telling you how you can actually tap the equity that you have in your current home to be able to purchase this second home that you want to buy. Okay, so you may have owned your home for a while, and over the years, several things have been happening. So you may have taken a mortgage on this home that you currently own, and over the years, you have been making your mortgage payments. As you are making these mortgage payments, your balance, your loan balance is coming down. So you are owing less and less and less to the bank. Another thing that may have been happening is that the market, the real estate market, may have been changing. Prices may have been going up, and so the value of your property may now be higher than when you originally bought this house. So we call that appreciation. So appreciation may have caused the value of your property to go up. Another thing that may have happened during this time that you own this house is that you may have made some upgrades. You may have done some renovations, put in new modern appliances, new modern features. Perhaps you renovated the kitchen, put in nice soft close cabinets. You may have put in granite countertops. You may have done several things to the house during the time that you have owned it, and these things that you have been doing to the property may have increased the value of your property. So now you are sitting on a property that is more valuable than when you just bought it. And the difference between the current market value of your property and what you owe on the mortgage is called the equity. Now, this is what you can potentially tap to use to help you to purchase that second house or that investment home, or just to do whatever you want to do with the funds. You can actually tap the funds and use it towards that purchase. Now, how do you do this? Now, there are about 4 different ways that you can tap this equity to purchase a second house or an investment property. Now, the first way, and probably the most obvious way, is you can go ahead and you can sell the house. So when you sell the house, what's going to happen is that you're going to pay off your mortgage, and you may have some closing costs, and you're going to have to pay those. So let's say your house is now valued at $400,000, right? And the mortgage balance is now $200,000. So you potentially have $200,000 of equity in that property. 400,000, you're subtracting the mortgage balance, which is 200. So your equity position is about $200,000. Now, if let's say you sell that house and you sell it at the market value of $400,000, you're going to go ahead and you're going to pay off the mortgage that you currently have, and you're going to have about $200,000 left. That is equity. Now, bear in mind, however, that you're going to have some closing costs associated with the sale of the property. You may have, you may use a realtor and the title company, and you may, do an appraisal, and there are some costs that you have to take into account. So after you deduct those from that $200,000, what you have left is money that you can go ahead and use as a down payment for the other property or the next property that you want to purchase. So that's the first way of tapping the equity, is selling the property. A second way that you can tap the equity without selling the property. So let's say you don't necessarily want to sell the property, but you want to tap the equity. Another way that you can do it is you can take what is called a HELOC, or a home equity line of credit. Now, a home equity line of credit works very similarly to a credit card, in that you are going to get a limit, and that limit is available to you, and you can use the funds from that limit up to that amount. So in this example, let's say your limit is $200,000. You can draw any amount, and the cumulative amount must not exceed $200,000. So let's say you only need about $150,000 to help you in your down payment and closing costs for your next house. You go ahead and you draw that $150,000, and you will still have $50,000 remaining. So it's a line of credit, it's a lump sum that is available to you. So you have that 150, and the 50 is still available to you. That is a second way that you can tap the equity in your house. Another way that you can tap the equity in your house is getting a home equity loan. So this is a home equity loan. So instead of a line of credit, is actually a second mortgage that you're going to take out on your house, your existing house. So you have your first mortgage and you're making those payments, and now you're going to apply for a second mortgage to tap the equity. Now, bear in mind, I should have mentioned this, you're not going to be able to tap 100% of the equity, right? Most lenders require that at least 20% equity is still left in that house as a buffer, right? You cannot finance the property 100%, meaning you have to leave some equity in there, right? So let's say with our example, the house is worth $400,000, your mortgage balance is $200,000, you have equity of $200,000, but you will not be able to take the entire $200,000. Let's say when all is said and done, you can only access $100,000. So you access that $100,000. You can apply for a home equity loan of $100,000. You're going to get that in a lump sum, and that is going to be a second mortgage on your property. Okay, so you get that home equity loan, and those funds are available for you to use as a down payment, for you to use as your closing costs, and however you choose to use the funds. So that's the third way that you can tap the equity. The final way that you can tap the equity is doing a cash out refinance. Cash out refinance. And what this means is that you are going to actually refinance the original mortgage loan at today's market rates. So as in our example, let's say you have a current mortgage of $200,000. You want to get $100,000 of equity. You are going to refinance and get a new mortgage of $300,000. From that, you are going to pay off the existing mortgage, so that $200,000, you're going to pay that off, and you're going to take out, cash out the remaining $100,000, and you can use that towards your down payment or towards your closing costs. So that is potentially the fourth way that you can access the equity in your home. So if you have been thinking of upgrading, you're thinking of purchasing an investment property, and you need some guidance, you have some questions, you want to find out how much the market value of your home may potentially be and how much you may be able to take out in the form of equity. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to leave my contact details in the description box and also on the screen here somewhere. Feel free to reach out to me. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we can get you into that upgraded property or how you can go ahead and buy that investment property. Please subscribe, leave your comments, leave your questions, and have yourselves a wonderful day. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye bye.